Tom Clemenson along with Jared Stamen, and welcome to the Professional Seamless Gutters pregame show on Next Level Broadcasting. Tonight we've got a Northern Shores Conference matchup. It's a big one. Elk Rapids sitting at number 1, hosting the Cheboygan Chiefs at number 2. We have got a good one there tonight there, Jared.
Yeah, we sure do. We did this game to start the 2026 year, and it was a pretty good one. You know, the upset on the road, the Elks did, seeing if the away team could do the same.
This is all about a conference championship tonight. I mean, Elk Rapids has got undefeated. Cheboygan's got 2 losses in the conference. If they lose another one tonight, and Elk Rapids had already beat them in their gym, if they lose this one tonight, the tiebreaker is gone, and you basically have 6 games left. Yeah. You're going to have to run the table and hope something crazy happens to Elk Rapids. And I'll tell you what, Cheboygan's they've got their hands full.
They sure do. Yeah,
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, we were looking at the schedule, and they're going to play on the road at Petoskey. Elk Rapids was there. They didn't fare too well against those Northmen. They are quite the force. What's the other team that they're playing that's...
we can take a look at it. They've still got Harbor Springs to go through, too.
That's who it was, Harbor Springs.
And Harbor Springs is right in the mix as well. They're just behind Cheboygan. And I'll tell you what, it's a great time of year for basketball. We're on the stretch run of the regular season, looking at, conference championships, looking at playoff seeding, looking at, who's going to make a deep run, final adjustments time, making those tweaks to your lineup. And Elk Rapids, man, they are poised to do some really good things. They've only got a couple of losses on the season. One of them was against Ludington a little over a week ago down in Cadillac. They've lost one to Kingsford, as we mentioned before, and Kingsford, though, that UP power is real.
They're legit.
Kingsford is legit. And, of course, they also played Petoskey, and Petoskey handled them. Yeah. And they've been handling a lot of people. You're talking about a big North Conference team there. They're a powerhouse. And, so, I mean, it's not necessarily easy street here for Elk Rapids. They've got Grayling, coming up, which they should be able to handle that one just fine. But, I mean, it's tweaking time, man. You've just scored up tonight. They've got 7 games left on the schedule. I stand corrected. They've got to get it done tonight. Now they're coming off 4 wins in a row. They lost the game to Pickford, and then since then it's been 4 in a row, and they're looking to keep that momentum going tonight. What do you think about these Chiefs, Jared?
Well, I think these Chiefs are pretty good. We covered a game with them against the Charlevoix Raiders, and I believe Schley had 35 points, and almost all of those were assisted buckets. They're really great at finding the open man, extremely unselfish basketball team. And another thing that they're great at is slowing down the pace. And that's exactly how you're going to stop this Elks team, because that's what they want to do, is play with pace, use their speed. They also are very good taking space away to fuel their own transition game. It's a transition is going to be whoever can win the transition will likely win the game. And defensively, they're pretty good at limiting mistakes, and they don't really give up easy baskets.
Yeah, well, some good news for you. We noticed in warm-ups one of your favorite players from the Cheboygan team was not necessarily dressed like all the others. And you were like, oh, man, I hope he's not injured. You want to talk a little bit about our 6th man?
Yeah, Jack Ekdahl is one of those guys, you see him on the bench, and even look at him. He looks like a football player. He looks like a linebacker, maybe defensive lineman. But he's just one of those guys who plays his heart out, great defensively, and just like that kind of classic 3-and-D wing. You can pitch it out to him. He hits the 3 ball at a nice clip, and he's just a good energy guy to get off the bench.
Well, and Elk Rapids has got one of those guys too, talking about Braden Flutie.
Oh, yeah.
He's a big-time football guy, and a lot of energy too coming off the bench, and occasionally he'll get the start for Elk Rapids, and he's one of those guys. He isn't like a Mr. Big Shot kind of guy. He can hit him, but that's really not his thing. He's that shot of energy. He's that defense. He's that swing pass. Just a really good overall effort from Flutie coming off the bench. Well, listen, we're going to take a look at all the other Northern Shores Conference matchups, and we'll get Jared's keys to the game when the Professional Seamless Gutters halftime show continues on Next Level Broadcasting. Keep it right here.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws.
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
And of course, filing an insurance claim. Well, luckily, Auto Owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
I got one for you, boss.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, what's black, white, and dented all over?
I give up.
The company truck? Yeah, it's bad.
But thanks to our agent, we've already submitted the claim and can track the status right from the app. Auto Owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Lucky for you, that's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
All right, welcome back to the Professional Seamless Gutters pregame show here tonight. Tom Clements and Jared Stamen. And we got Burr on the camera tonight, so if it's shaky video or a little blue, let us know and we'll take care of it for you. Burr is, he's a man of many talents, but camera is one of those things he just excels in, so we appreciate Burr here tonight with us. Hey, we're going to look at some of those other Northern Shores contests, a lot of them going on tonight that could impact some standings, and definitely as we get down the stretch here toward the end of the regular season. 9-6 Harbor Springs traveling to take on 5-10 Grayling tonight. The Rams then going to host Cheboygan on Thursday night. 5-10 Charlevoix is at 4-10 Kalkaska. 5-9 Boyne City hosting 4-11 Kingsley, and Elk Rapids going to host the Kalkaska Blazers here on Friday night. Let's take a look at some of those keys to the game. Jared, when you're looking at what stands out as far as what is it going to take for a Cheboygan team to come in here and beat a conference leader in Elk Rapids?
Yeah, for Cheboygan, number one, it's kind of the end all. You could say this for every team, but it truly is the turnovers. You got to win the turnover battle on the road. This Elks place gets loud very quickly, and they want to keep them as quiet as they can in this game to have a chance to win. Another thing that they've got to do is get their guards involved. A lot of times, a lot of the offense will go through Schley, and you've got some great guards. You've got the Kiefer brothers, Andrew, number 34, and Carson, and, you know, kind of the star, Gavin Smith. They got to see if they can run a little bit of a two-man game, a little Jamal Murray Jokic action, get that pick and roll going, because if they got Schlicker, Elk Rapids, he's not as fast as Schley will be, and it'll be a big advantage for them. And the last but not least for Cheboygan is they've got to play sound defense. The ball movement for the Elk Rapids, it's just on another level. There's a reason that they're on top of this Northern Shores, and it's because their ball movement from week 1 to now is astronomically better, and no team has been able to catch up.
All right, Jared. Well, that's a pretty good summary of what to expect, and it was interesting too. In Cheboygan, we had Elk Rapids, kind of having to come from behind in that game. Cheboygan jumped off to an early lead, which is what we expected, and then Elk Rapids just kind of kept whittling away. So it's one of those things where Cheboygan, again, they're going to want to start, especially in this home gym for Elk Rapids, they're going to want to take fans out of it. Student section is full under that basket, and they are always loud and rowdy. So, Cheboygan's going to have to make a statement early, and like you said, I think depending on Schley. On the other end, if you're Elk Rapids, you just want to control the pace of the game. You really need to look at keeping Kiefer out of it. Both those Kiefers, right? Andrew Kiefer down low. He'll have his brother out there at the guard position playing some guard, and he can hit some shots. Landon Gahn as well can hit some shots. It's just, those guards are going to be difficult to contend with. And so with that, we're going to go ahead and step aside, and we'll get ready for the national anthem coming up here in just a bit. And we'll get you ready for tip-off. That's coming up shortly here on Next Level Broadcasting.
triple.
Got it! And has it, left block, slams it home! The Glen Lake student section, they're pumped up.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws.
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
All right, welcome back. Had some technical difficulties. Appreciate you hanging with us here. Jared did a good job getting us some bandwidth back, and hopefully we won't have any more issues. But we also appreciate all of you chiming in. Yoga with Chris, and of course Mary. Appreciate the tip there. And we are ready to play some basketball. This is big-time playoff implications here. Really, it's for the conference championship for all intents and purposes. Elk Rapids in a pretty comfortable place with that. And of course tonight a chance to really set themselves apart. Cheboygan, though, they could stay right in that conversation with a win tonight on the road, and of course another tough road game, as we mentioned, in Harbor Springs to close out the end of the week. So we've got your starting lineups coming up in just a moment here. Of course, it's always a little bit of theatrics in Elk Rapids when we're talking about a starting lineup. And, of course, let's just talk a little bit about those Cheboygan Chiefs, as they've got a little video playing on the big screen. Landon Gahn, be looking for him to have a big game tonight. Gavin Smith, of course, that other junior guard who does a good job wearing number 3. He's going to be out there. Really, really good defensively, pretty good shooter as well, and good with the ball distribution. We've also got Carson Kiefer, of course, his brother Andrew Kiefer, number 34, playing forward, the senior. Carson, also a senior. The Twins going to have to have a big game tonight. And, of course, we're also looking for Nolan Schley. He's really the motor on that Cheboygan Chiefs offense and defense. If he's got a big game tonight, he's going to be really tough. It's going to be tough for Elk Rapids to deal with things. Now, on the other side, you've got Tyler Stanfest, who was just mentioned there as a starting lineup. He's a guy that can play that point guard position really well. He's also a good shooting guard. He's really one of those guys that that team, if he's rolling well and distributing the ball well, they are just tough to beat. Good ball rotation is key, as Jared mentioned, for this Elk Rapids team. And of course, Cameron Kerfoot, senior tonight, he wears number 2, shooting guard. He's another one. If he gets hot, look out. He's tough. Jake Moore, junior, plays forward. He's going to be out there starting tonight. He's also a tough guy to handle. And of course, Caden Schlicker is the center/forward. big guy down there, and he's going to play hard in the paint for you. Moore, though, is one of those guys who he can hit those short jumpers really well. He's also good defensively, and he'll make his presence known. Now, Schlicker got a little bit of height on Schley, but I'll tell you what, Schley, I would give him an edge in athleticism.
Yeah, Schley is debatably one of the best athletes out there.
So here we go, tipping this one off, and Schlicker with it immediately to Kerfoot, who rolls one in on an easy layup to start things off. Now coming back the other direction, it's Cheboygan.
Yeah, it might be one of the easiest baskets of this game, Tom.
Now Ekdahl, not a six-man tonight. He actually got the nod to start here as Landon Gahn showing some of that ball handling ability he's got. Ekdahl now back out to Andrew Kiefer. He's going to kick it back out to Schley. He's going to make a move. He's got Schlicker and Kerfoot coming over to help. A little bounce pass intercepted by Stanfest, and coming back down the other way now. He was looking for more. That was Mason Hilly with the start tonight. Was looking for more, and that one knocked out of bounds by Cheboygan. So Elk Rapids will hang on to possession. Stanfest going to go ahead and inbound this one.
Yeah, 11 for both teams, guys that play off the bench. Ekdahl and Hilly both getting a start.
So there we are with Hilly there. Gets the inbound pass to get things started. Back to Stanfest. He's got Gahn on him. Schlicker back to Stanfest. Inside to Jake Moore, and that's an easy bank shot for Moore. He'll be there all day long if you leave him open. And good, again, like we said, ball rotation going to be important.
Yeah, the best team in the Northern Shores Conference on finding the open man, unselfish basketball.
So there's Gahn again, trying to find some room, but those holes collapse quickly. Carson Kiefer, though, gets a little bit of a sliver to work with, and in he goes. Kerfoot had that one delivered right into his face, and I don't know. He was looking to kind of go back to somebody else as he was falling out of bounds, but his foot hit the line. So Schley going to inbound now for Cheboygan. Hilly showing some defense there right off the bat, picking up the tough assignment with Landon Gahn. Really good ball handler, as you can see there, that he can hit you with that crossover and be very dangerous. Cheboygan showing some good movement around the perimeter now. Carter Kiefer finds Ekdahl. Ekdahl gets that one nearly poked away. Kerfoot with the defense there, but nice basket. That was Andrew Kiefer, and again, that mid-range jumper working for him already tonight. 4-4 here.
Yeah, one of the few players that actually has a very solid mid-range in high school.
Just a nice, easy stroke, too. Like, took the pass, everything nice and smooth, and that one they're going to say was off Elk Rapids, so Cheboygan on the turnover with a chance to take the lead here. Big game for the Chiefs on the road. Carson Kiefer taking the ball up now. Stanfest on him. Stanfest doesn't give up a whole lot of room there. He's really solid defensively, as is most of this Elk Rapids team, as a matter of fact. And probably one of the reasons we're seeing Mason Hilly out there to start tonight. Kerfoot able to pick that one up. It was a good team effort there. Schlicker creating that pressure, which led to the turnover. Schlicker now a little skip pass into Kerfoot. He's going to try and take it inside, and it's going to be a foul. Carson Kiefer picking up his first.
Kerfoot loves that paint. He's one of those point guards that he can shoot it from deep, but he's really in his bag when he's driving, Euro stepping, jump stepping, whatever it takes to get to that paint.
That first one, he's going to be able to get it in. Elk Rapids back on top now.
Yeah, and Tom, both of these benches were letting, they're playing defense on their bench sides to start, and they're letting the offenses know when they get turnover. A lot of chirping from both benches to start.
There we go. 6-4 now your score with both free throws made, and that's something you love to see no matter who's playing. Kiefer taking it inside on Stanfest and just about got the roll on that, but he did draw the foul. in the act of shooting, so he's going to get a chance. Carson Kiefer at the line.
Yeah, and Kiefer's lucky that he didn't get an offensive foul. When Stanfest was on him, he extended that arm. You see it a lot in the NBA. They call that, got away with it there, and gets a trip to the line.
So the key is to do like New York. You extend that when you're the point guard. You extend that arm and then flop your head back really fast, and you get the defensive foul every time.
A little SGA.
Yeah. Don't get me started. Still bitter. Here's Ekdahl. 6-man getting a start tonight. Tried to find Schley there, but picked off by Schlicker. We go back over to Schlicker. Kerfoot now. Was thinking about Stanfest. Hilly with it. Back to Stanfest. Back to Hilly on that far wing. A little give and go to Kerfoot, or rather Stanfest, and they'll be kicked out of bounds by Ekdahl. A good job, too, just kind of preventing that ISO play from happening there. So Ekdahl's going to take a seat, and Gavin Smith now coming out, and he's one of those really, really tough juniors. He's good with the shot, and he's also good with just defensive, and Schley with a nice block there on Stanfest. Rebounded by Andrew Kiefer. He's going to take that one in transition, get it down to Gavin Smith. He works it inside to Schley, tries to reverse underneath, and that's not going to go. Schlicker over to Stanfest.
Yeah, the matchup within the matchup is Schley on Schlicker.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that one plays out as Schlicker takes one from long range off the heel. Stanfest with it. Finds an open man. That one's going to be an air ball, but we're going to have a foul underneath, and that looks like that one is going to be called on Landon Gann.
Yeah, Schlicker doesn't shoot very many threes, but he can knock it down. I've seen him do it a few times, so don't disrespect that man's range.
All right, here we go. It's the official 6-man of the Elk Rapids team, Flutie, out here, and look for a good jolt of energy as Hilly will take a seat. Some good minutes from him already as Schlicker misses that one, just kind of rolls out. Gavin Smith now going to find Kiefer just inside that free throw line, and he hits that one to tie it up. 3:20 on the clock.
Total defensive miscommunication there. This is wide open, the easiest shot he'll have all night.
So Andrew Kiefer looks like he's drawn the Jake Moore assignment tonight, which is going to be a good challenge for him. Stanfest with the ball now. Took a dribble, and he's going to go inside to Flutie. Flutie puts it up, and a little bit hard, so it's going to come down. Andrew Kiefer with the rebound. He's going to push the pace. Elk Rapids does a good job getting back. Here's Smith to Schley. Gahn tries it, and he tries it, and he's given up about 6 or 7 inches on Schlicker, and that one's going to be knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, you don't really want to shoot that one over number 24.
Yeah, that's one of those you got to try the fadeaway or just that little finesse roll if you're going to make that work. And there's Andrew Kiefer from 3 off the front of the iron. Moore with the rebound, pushing it up to Stanfest, takes it up the floor. Got Flutie on that far side. It's going to hit Moore, though, top of the key, back to Kerfoot. Flutie with it, goes inside, back outside to Stanfest. Stanfest working against Gahn. Kerfoot now working against Kiefer. Stanfest, Gahn. Block from behind. Andrew Kiefer with a nice defensive play. He's going to push the pace, take it inside and off the glass and in. Really nice play there. Andrew Kiefer with the block and the basket, taking it the length of the floor.
A little coast-to-coast action.
Kerfoot back to Schlicker on the near wing. Flutie's got it now. Back to Kerfoot, the far wing. Was looking to try and get that shot. Getting a piece of that was Gavin Smith. Another good job by Gann. Got a hand on that one, so Cheboygan trying to keep keep those passing lanes contested. Kerfoot now working against Smith. Smith, tenacious defense. He's keeping those feet right in front of him. Standfast with it now. Gann on Standfast. Gann's giving up some height, but boy, he's good with his feet. And we've got a charge.
Wow, they called that really late, Tom.
They did. I was looking for that call, but I was a little surprised it took them a moment to get that. And I mean, you got to give credit. Gann did a really good job getting his feet set, and a bit of a sales job on that too, to be fair.
Yeah, but you got to sell it sometimes to get the call, and well, you did a great job.
So Cheboygan coming back with it and a 2-point lead as we're under a minute here in the quarter. Schley throws that one into traffic, so now Elk Rapids looking to tie things up here. It's Plum with it. Plum with his first action tonight to Kerfoot. 30 seconds up now on the clock. Kerfoot taking his time, going to play for that last shot. There's Plum. Looked at Schlicker kind of making the cut. Kerfoot now sees Flutie. Flutie's going to go inside, little head fake, back out. Kerfoot from 3, and he hits it. And that's the danger right there. They've been looking for that. They've been looking for that spacing. Finally got it, and Kerfoot makes them pay. Cheboygan, though, with an opportunity to put some points back on the board. Here's Kiefer from long range and going to go off the back of the iron. Schley nearly tipped it back in, but not enough elevation on that one. And so after a quarter, we've got your Elks up top, 9-8. We'll step aside for a moment, be right back with more basketball. Second quarter coming up.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
All right, welcome back. Second quarter getting ready to happen here. We've got Cheboygan with the ball to start things out here. Tom Clemenson along with Jared Stamen on Next Level Broadcasting's presentation of this big Northern Shores matchup tonight between Elk Rapids and Cheboygan. The Elks up 1 after 1. A lot of good pace back and forth. Not a big-time scoring game at all, but definitely a lot of hustle out there as Ekdahl's back out on the floor for Cheboygan, and he's going to get one in off the glass. Nice move by the young man.
Yeah, Circus left-handed shot there goes in for Ekdahl, and that's why you got to love him.
Just a quick shout out to Jim McCann, Jimbo, Go ER on the YouTube chat, and Schlicker off the glass and one. So Elk Rapids answering back and a chance to take a 2-point lead here.
And Tom, you know, we saw Schlicker and these guys play beginning of January, so about a month ago, and I got to tell you, Schlicker has, I don't know if he's been hitting the gym, hitting the film room, but he's really, I've seen his offensive just presence grow in that month, and he's really become one of the key players on this Elk squad.
Well, and it's good, too. He's playing an important position down there in the paint, and he hits that free throw, and that's really important for a big man as Cheboygan comes back the other way. Smith finds his man cutting through, and Schlicker gets a hand on it, but Schley's there to clean it up and put it in. Cheboygan coming right back, and that's the matchup. Schley and Schlicker.
I say that 5 times fast.
Yeah, that's right. Flutie now with it on the near wing. He finds Schlicker, top of the key. Back to Flutie. He's going to try and get inside there. Schley in a pretty good position, and there's, holy smokes, there's Smith. Good defense, good job getting in the middle of that. Ekdahl, though, had his pocket pick. Flutie coming inside, pulls it up. Nice move by Flutie.
He wanted that one back. He missed the offensive rebound and made up for it with the steal and the lay.
Well, that was just pretty. Ekdahl now from 3, and that one's in there like nobody's business. So Cheboygan back up top. We've got a dogfight here, Jared.
Yeah, both these teams want it so bad. You can just tell by the way they're playing. The crowd's into it. This is what it's all about.
Here we go. Kerfoot now kind of slowing things down a little bit. Schlicker going to set that pick. Flutie working against Ekdahl. Gone up against Kerfoot here. Kerfoot working inside. Going to be a three-point shot. And that's good. Mason Cannon showing the big guns on the outside. 17-15 your score.
Another guy who's been improving in the new year. He's become a sharpshooter from beyond the arc.
Smith now from 3, and he hits it from the corner. It's a shootout, so a relatively low-scoring affair in the first quarter, and we've already doubled that in just a couple of minutes here in the second quarter.
Oh my goodness, this is a shootout. Who can miss first?
Flutie had a little bit of trouble with that one, and of course Smith not making it easy for him. Smith and Gahn are they're just kind of a nightmare matchup for anybody to have to deal with when you've got the ball. Kerfoot with it now. He was looking inside for Schlicker, not gonna get it. Hilly, he's looking for Schlicker too, and Ekdahl gonna knock that one out of bounds. Does a good job staying with his man and poking that one away. Stanfest coming back in now. Mason Hilly also coming back in. Kerfoot gonna take a breather, and Cannon with that big three-pointer, he's also gonna have a seat. So Cheboygan bringing Carson Kiefer back in the ball game. Definitely a speedy lineup there as Drew Plum comes in and just kind of finger rolls that one right in there. Elks take the lead back. Gone out to Smith. Smith hits it from long range. Cheboygan back on top.
Yeah, Smith is pumped up. He is the energy. I don't know why he wasn't starting tonight, but he's playing great minutes now.
And we're seeing exactly what everybody was talking about. You read the articles in the Cheboygan Tribune talking about Gavin Smith and Landon Gahn. And boy, oh boy, both those guys showing up tonight. There's Plum, finds Flutie. Stanfest was looking for it. Gahn did a nice job kind of getting in that passing lane. There he is inside Stanfest. Boy, he's going to be tough. Stanfest is a long guard, and that's why he's effective down in the paint. So the Elks tie it up. Ekdahl with it now. Here's Gahn. Finds Kiefer. Kiefer was looking back outside to Gahn. He's going to take a long three, and it's going to go off the heel, and Schlicker with an easy rebound there. Stanfest pushing the pace. He's going to take it all the way into the hole and lays it in. Cheboygan's seen enough. They're going to call a timeout. So with that timeout, the Elks 23, Cheboygan 21. And, well, we just want to remind you that, you may have a small business. Don't let your insurance be the risk that sinks you. That's why Bingham Insurance is there to help you make sure you've got that coverage when the unexpected happens. Bingham Insurance, representing auto owners insurance. And, of course, Traverse City, Cherry Capital Airport. It's cold up here, but it's warm in some other places, and they can get you there. That's right. They've got plenty of getaway destinations, warm weather getaways, and now's the perfect time to lock in that spring break plan while seats are available. Book today, tvcairport.com. A lot of pace to this game so far, Jared. It's back and forth. Both teams just kind of feeling it. nobody really taking control. They're all just, both teams just kind of letting her rip.
Yeah, this has been a fun second quarter. I mean, this so far has lived up to all the hype that I thought it could be. I mean, as you mentioned, this is a pseudo Northern Shores Conference Championship. If Cheboygan loses,
he's going to find Plum. Flutie back to Plum. Trying to get something going inside. Ekdahl did a pretty good job closing that lane down. There's Flutie, going to be blocked by Smith. Ekdahl reaching in there. They're going to say a foul. He was trying to tie that one up for a jump ball, and the referee's, nope, going to get you on the reach. Ekdahl's going to have a seat. Schley coming back out for Cheboygan.
Yeah, and Flutie's going to be out, and we're going to get Kerfoot in. He's going to be inbounding it.
So Flutie giving him that energy.
It was sure felt.
And Kerfoot launching one from 3 right off the bat. That's going to go off the heel. Schley with the rebound. Smith now over to Gahn. Gahn puts a move in. Kick out. Finds Kiefer. He's going to lay it up and in. And no, it's not going to go. That's a scramble. Schley fighting his way up there. And they're going to say no on the shot. But they will get the foul.
Schley just muscling through some of those Elks.
Yeah, he had Moore on him, and he had Kerfoot on him, and Kerfoot's going to get the foul on that last one. So Cheboygan, there's Smith from 3, and man, nothing but net.
Wow.
2 big shots by Smith.
Over Stanfest nonetheless. That's a confidence booster right there.
And it wasn't a fadeaway at all. I mean, he just straight up put that one in there. Nice move by Plum. He goes underneath. Kiefer's going to get called for the foul on that one.
Drew Plum has been aggressive in this game, and he's been working on his bag work. That first floater he had, great dribble, got him open. Right there again, seeking the contact off the dribble, gets the free throw line.
Cheboygan with 3 fouls now. Kiefer with his first one, Andrew Kiefer. Plum makes his first. Ties it up. 1:42 to go here in this first half. Plenty of action. And Plum makes them both. Cheboygan now trailing by 1 with 1:40. Schley going to put a move on Moore, and Moore's going to get a piece of that one. Schley not able to get that one off. Stanfest with it. He's going to hit Moore. Down in the corner for Plum. Was thinking about it. He's a left-handed shot, too, so you got to kind of keep that in consideration. And Moore with a nice jumper inside the arc. Elk Rapids extending their lead to 3 now. Coming up on the 1-minute mark for the half. There's Kiefer cutting inside, looking for some contact. Got it. Didn't get the foul, but he did get the basket. Cheboygan back within 1. Under a minute to go here. Plum nearly picked off. Good hands by Gahn. Working against Stanfest. Schley now picks up Stanfest. No call there as Stanfest hits the deck. It's going to be a missed opportunity there for Plum. And now 35 seconds on the clock, and Cheboygan coming back. Trailing by 1 here.
Yeah, they're going to look for the last shot.
Andrew Kiefer with it on the outside. Was looking for Gahn. Gahn puts a move on, gets it over to Smith. Carson Kiefer. Back to Smith. 9 seconds now on the clock. Working against Plum. He's going to take it inside. 4 seconds. Looking for the shot. 2 seconds. Kiefer's going to shoot it up over 2, and got some backboard, got some rim, but he didn't get it to fall. So at the half, your score 27-26. Elk Rapids in the lead. We'll take a look at your halftime thoughts, and of course we'll get you set up for success on all the other Michigan sports going on this week. It's a busy schedule here as we're in the month of February, and lots of stuff going on. That's all coming up on Next Level Broadcasting.
Your next stop for flavor, freshness, and fun is Gray Gables Restaurant. Since 1936, we've been serving up delicious gourmet dishes and drinks in a warm and inviting atmosphere. Everything is made using fresh ingredients, including locally sourced meat and fish. Our bar features several local Michigan beers on tap and an excellent bourbon selection. Did you know we also cater? Let Gray Gables enhance your next event with our catering services.
Come dine with us at the Gray Gables Restaurant in Charlevoix the Beautiful.
Right back. Oh, he's going to pull it. Got it! And has it left block. Slams it home. The Glen Lake student section, they're pumped up.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Welcome to the TVC Cherry Capital Airport halftime show on Next Level Broadcasting. I'm Tom Clemenson along with Jared Stamen. Your score here at the half, Elk Rapids 27, Cheboygan 26. It looked like a little bit of a sleeper there in that first quarter. I mean, it was a lot of back and forth, but not a lot of scoring. And then that second quarter was like the dam burst, and there were threes getting launched and people taking it to the hole, and plenty of scoring, and pretty much the same result. The Elks went into the, going into the second quarter with a 1-point lead, and now coming into halftime with a 1-point lead. So a really good balanced game right now between these two teams. Jared, how are you seeing this thing?
Well, first off, I got to say, Tom, I told you during the break, that might have been the second quarter. It was the best quarter of basketball I've seen all season long by any team. That was awesome. That was just beautiful basketball by both teams. And, what I've seen is the first quarter was a feeling out period. They both came out wanting to be physical, setting the tone for each other. Second quarter, coaches say, all right, you know what they're going to do. Now it's time to execute. And execute they did. Gavin Smith came in after he didn't start because, well, thankfully one of our chatters mentioned it. He missed a practice with an appointment, so didn't get to start, but he's come in and played great minutes. He had that really nice three over Stanfest, one of the hardest defenders to shoot over. I mean, he just shot it right over him. Yeah. One of the key things I've noticed so far is free throws. 5 for 5 for the Elks, 0 for 2 for the Chiefs. If they're both 100%, Chiefs would be winning by 1.
Yeah, that's one of those things. I mean, we say it every time there's a high school game. It's one of those aspects you really want to see these kids working on, and you can tell Elk Rapids, when we go back to the beginning of the year in the big tournament that we had here, they were missing free throws like crazy, and it cost them a game easily. And so it's one of those things, obviously, as they've made some adjustments and tweaked their approach to things. Elk Rapids definitely made a step in the right direction in that, among other things, as we can see tonight. Cheboygan, though, I tell you what, they may be second in the standings, but they are really fighting like heck out there on the floor, and it's a game that you can tell both of these teams really, really want to win tonight. So, hopefully we'll have another exciting quarter like we had with that second quarter coming up here out of halftime. We'll get your thoughts on the adjustments in just a moment. But first, Jared, let's go ahead and take a look at the busy stretch of sports we got coming up this week. Tonight in the NBA, the Pistons and the Denver Nuggets battling it out at the LCA. Both teams strong in their respective conferences. Earlier in the season, Pistons eked out a 109-107 win over the Nuggets on the road with Tobias Harris and Cade Cunningham, each of those scoring 22 points, and Detroit holding off that late Denver push. And both teams hustling right now. Let's get you a quick score here as we pull up the old scoreboard app, and it's the Pistons up by 2, 27-25 with 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. We'll keep you up to date on that one. Michigan State visiting Minnesota tomorrow night, 7 p.m. start on the Big Ten Network. Spartans looking to rebound from Friday night's loss to conference leader number 2 Michigan. Expect a fast-paced game. Both teams battling for every possession. MSU going to try and assert itself with disciplined offense and defense. And Minnesota just trying to make it a tough road test for the Spartans. You can catch that one also on the Big Ten Network. The Pistons hosting the Bulls tomorrow night, 7 p.m. tip on FanDuel Sports Network for Detroit. Key's going to be ball movement, perimeter defense. Pistons, they share that ball and limit open threes. They're going to give themselves a good chance to close strong there in the fourth quarter. And then looking ahead to the NHL, the Detroit Red Wings back in action tomorrow night as they take on Utah on the road. The Red Wings trying to build momentum as the season pushes on, while Utah have been tough at home, and they play a fast, physical style game. So expect a high-energy matchup with Detroit looking to generate offense early, and Utah leaning on pace and pressure. Puck drop, 9 p.m. We're going to go ahead and step aside real quick. We'll pay a couple of bills, and then we'll get Jared's thoughts on second half adjustments. That's all coming up on Next Level Broadcasting. Keep it here.
Your next stop for flavor, freshness, and fun is Gray Gables Restaurant. Since 1936, we've been serving up delicious gourmet dishes and drinks in a warm and inviting atmosphere. Everything is made using fresh ingredients, including locally sourced meat and fish. Our bar features several local Michigan beers on tap and an excellent bourbon selection. Did you know we also cater? Let Gray Gables enhance your next event with our catering services.
Come dine with us at the Gray Gables Restaurant in Charlevoix the Beautiful.
Welcome back. Next Level Broadcasting going to bring you the second half of this wonderful big Northern Shores matchup between Elk Rapids and Cheboygan, and this is battling it out for first place. Cheboygan just a couple of losses in conference, and Elk Rapids, of course, undefeated in conference. One of those losses for Cheboygan coming at the hands of Elk Rapids, and they really would love to tie up the season series tonight if they could, and give themselves a chance as they push through those final 6 or 7 games to get back in there. And of course, it's all about the bragging rights, isn't it, Jared?
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, as they say in the SEC, this game just means more, Tom. I know that's your favorite conference in football, but you know, these guys, we're thinking of adjustments that they got to do in the second half. You know, for Cheboygan, they got to be better in the boards, and that starts with Schley. He's kind of been more of a non-factor in the sense of what he's usually is, and that's just a credit to the defense. It's either Moore or Schlicker. They've done a great job shutting him down, but I don't think they can do that for a full game. Schley's too good. He'll find his spot. And for Elk Rapids, there's been a couple times in transition where they've almost got a little bit of happy feet, excited, try to force the ball a little bit too much, because those passing lanes from Cheboygan are absolutely locked down. Those guards are everywhere. So you got to watch out for 1, 2, and 3, because those arms are going to be in those lanes.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Smith, Gahn, Kiefer, those three, and then you bring Ekdahl in, and it's really been tough for Elk Rapids to hit. I mean, the quickness is unmatched with that Cheboygan Chief backcourt. So here we go, Cheboygan with the ball to start things off, and Ekdahl going to take that inbound pass. He's working against Kerfoot. Quickly over to Gahn. He's going to go ahead and shoot just inside, and that's off the mark. Schlicker and Schley kind of battling it out there for the rebound, and here we go with Stanfest making it look easy, a little turnaround.
Yeah, his body control
Kiefer
is so well.
Pushing the pace. It looked like he was going to maybe try and turn one around and bank one in there, and had more, and that was going to go off the front of the rim. Schley with the rebound, not able to hit it. That one's going to get the roll, though, as Kerfoot tried to jump up and help out there. Nearly got a piece of that one. Schley, though, stuck with it and got the basket. Elk Rapids by 1 here, early going. And we're already seeing that effort out there, both clubs already. Schlicker, Schley on him. Here comes Stanfest. That one's going to be knocked loose by Andrew Kiefer. Nice play by him, and here's Ekdahl in transition. He's just going to scoop it up there off the glass, and Schlicker smartly not going to give up a bad foul there as Kerfoot comes back down.
Yeah, Schley already a block, 2 offensive rebounds, and 2 points. He's came out to play in this third.
So some good flow here in the game already for both clubs. Still a 1-point game. Stanfest now. Going to take it to the top of the key. Over to Hilly now. He's working against Ekdahl. Moore, top of the key, back to Stanfest on that near guard spot. Looking for a man cutting there. Hilly going to find Kerfoot. They find Moore cutting. He's going to turn around and hook that one right in there. So Elk Rapids back on top. A little back and forth action here. We've seen it all night long. Going to have a foul on Kerfoot there. He was working against Carson Kiefer. Second foul there on Kerfoot. The first one for Elk Rapids this quarter.
Got Horesco coming back. I haven't seen him in a while. No, he had a banged up shoulder for a while. Hopefully he's feeling better and play some good minutes.
He's one that can hit some big shots, too, from the outside, just like that one from Smith. Far corner. I don't know. I don't have an official count, but that's at least 3 big three-pointers there for Smith as he pokes that one away now. Coming back the other direction, and he's going to pick up the contact from Horesco. Lot of hustle with that Smith. I'll tell you what, he is just a motor.
Yeah, he is coming out just with a ball of fire. I don't even think he wanted a halftime, Tom. I think he wanted to just keep playing.
Well, the coach was probably happy to just kind of get him in there and get him set up for some second half success there. They've been playing really good, but you can see that energy just a little bit more on both teams out here early on. And Smith makes both of those free throws and gives Cheboygan a 4-point lead here as Elk Rapids comes back down the floor with it. Kerfoot to Stanfest. He's got Gahn on him, and Gahn good with his feet. Kerfoot from long range. That's going to go off the heel and back out, but Elk Rapids controls. Stanfest with it. Looking at Moore. A little bit of a disadvantage there as Gahn picked up more on the switch. Got his hands full with Stanfest, height-wise as it is. Moore adds a couple more inches to that. Kerfoot loses his footing. Horesco inside, battling it out, and it looks like it's going to be Cheboygan's ball off of Kerfoot's foot. It was kind of rolling around there. Initially a Cheboygan player, but then it got a piece of Kerfoot before it went out of bounds. Full court pressure now. Schlicker kicks that one out of bounds. Referee tells him back up just a smidge there, young man. And Gahn working against Kerfoot. This is a guard tandem with Smith and Kerfoot, and actually you can put Kiefer in there too. Tough to full court pressure those guys, and that one by Smith nearly went in. Able to chase down his own rebound, though. Finds Andrew Kiefer. He's got Stanfest on him. Little turnaround finesse shot. Not going to get there, though. Horesco coming down, but Smith gets positioning. They're going to count that. Looked like he was maybe a half a step short, half a beat short on being able to get that charge. But, man, the hustle to get back down there, tremendous, because Horesco looked like it was going to be uncontested. Smith hustles down and gets in there, and one opportunity here.
Yeah, Smith was talking to the ref there. I honestly did think they were going to call that a charge, as Horesco absolutely led with his shoulder, but Elk Rapids call, and they stay perfect from the charity stripe.
So now it's a 1-point lead for Cheboygan. Smith with it, going to work on Horesco, finds Sly, but that one's going to be blocked. Stanfest puts that one back in there. Andrew Kiefer goes up to try and return the favor, but not going to get there. The Elks now back on top. Nice little run for the Elks. There's Carson Kiefer working on Stanfest. Goes back up, gets some contact, doesn't get the call. Stanfest coming back down the other way with it. He's going to work inside, finds Jake Moore. Outside to Schlicker. Horesco from 3. Off the front of the iron. Kerfoot with the rebound. And we've got a timeout called before that shot, so no foul or shot on the play. And there we go. Some pace to this one too, Jared. It's like we never even took a break, by golly.
No, I don't even know if it was just Smith that didn't want the break. It seems like all these guys just want to play. They are pumped up, trying to win the Northern Shores.
Well, just want to remind you, small business, it's risky enough, and no reason to let insurance be the gamble that sinks you. Bingham Insurance has got you covered, though. They're going to make sure and take care of you when the unexpected happens. Bingham Insurance, representing auto owners insurance. And also want to say shout out to Sky Media 45. If you want to level up your business or event, they've got lots of services for you. High-impact photography, video, drone mapping, and inspection services, from aerials to final edits. They're ready to fly for you. Sky Media 45, a veteran-owned company. SkyMedia45.com. All right. Elk Rapids will have the ball as we come out of this timeout. 1-point lead. Cheboygan had a pretty good run going, but Elk Rapids back and forth, and here we go.
Yeah, and I want to say the officials have done a great job calling this game. I think they know the importance of this game, and they're letting these guys play.
Schlicker finds that Stanfest cutting inside, and he's going to make him pay. He was right in between Gahn and Smith, and able to get that one in there. And that's that height as much as anything else, as Carson Kiefer takes it in, and they're going to say no. No, the foul occurred before he went up for the shot, so he'll shoot 2. No, they're gonna say he wasn't in the shot at all. So yeah, okay. It's gonna be inbounded. Yeah, so he wasn't in the act of shooting.
And that is the third on Stanfest. He's gonna take a seat on the bench.
They find Schley. Horesco tries to get a piece of that, but Schley does good job protecting the ball and getting it in there, and all the way down to Schlicker now, and that's knocked loose. Here comes Carson Kiefer down the floor, leading the Chiefs, working against Moore. Not going to go. Schlicker with the rebound. Kerfoot, he's coming in hot. And that one's going to go a little long. Horesco with it. Kicks it out to Moore from the free throw line. That's going to go hard off the rim. Horesco's going to get the foul and one.
Second time this quarter, Tom.
No give up at all with that young guy. He's just going to go ahead and motor on, and Schlicker going to get a little bit of a rest as Flutie comes in for the Elk Rapids Elks. 3-point lead now for the Elks. Horesco looking to make it 4.
Yeah, Horesco missed some time, and you can tell he's happy to be out there.
Schley able to control the spacing and get in front of that ball. Gone with it now. Kerfoot on him. Andrew Kiefer kind of setting a little bit of a pick there. Finds back to Andrew Kiefer. He's working against Kerfoot. Gone with it now. He's got Horesco. Over to Smith. Smith with Flutie. Smith gonna ISO inside, dishes it off over to Schley. And he gets the roll. Some really nice passing inside. Jersey Mix was in the mix with that. Give him the assist as Horesco puts one up from 3. That one's gonna be tapped away, and Mix again as he taps that one out of bounds. They were looking for Plum there.
And the Elks in this have been all over the offensive boards. Schley had 2 early on the first possession, but besides that, heavily favoring those Elks.
Gone working against Kerfoot. Schley's got more. Keep in mind, Schlicker on the bench for the Elks. A little better matchup for Cheboygan there height-wise, but Morgan gets a little bit of an open look. Kerfoot underneath, that was blocked. Stays with it though, gets the rebound and makes his shot. 1:47 to go here. 42-39, 3-point lead for the Elks. Andrew Kiefer with it now, working against Kerfoot. He's got Horesco out there with him too. Gone now, top of the key. Gavin Smith working against Flutie. Just working that rotation around. Mix. He's got Plum. He's going to dish that one off the iron. I'm going to say Schley touched that last. So Hilly's going to come back out. Horesco's going to take a seat. Good minutes off the bench for Horesco.
And the Kiefer brothers are going to make a switch. Carson's going to come in for his brother.
Here we go, Plum bringing it across for Elk Rapids. 3-point lead for the Elks. Hilly, Flutie over to Plum. Tried to go back inside to Hilly, but not able to make the connection there. Just a little too much heat and a little too far outside there for him. Cheboygan with it now. Here's Gone. Got Kerfoot in front of him. Over to Smith. Back to Mix. That one's going to be knocked out of bounds. Quick hands by Plum to block that pass as they were looking for Kiefer cutting inside. Smith lobs one up. They find Schley. Boy, those hands are quick there. Mix. He's going to be way off on that three-pointer. Coming back the other way. Hilly with it. Pushing the pace. Wide open. Flutie not able to make that one count. Kerfoot, though, scrapping for that rebound. Big-time shot from Hilly from that near side, and three-pointer extends the lead to 6. Biggest lead of the night for any team.
Yeah, almost glad Flutie missed that one with that three-pointer.
Ooh. Carson Kiefer, a little bit of a zone defense right now, or a zone look anyway. We'll see. 14 seconds now. Smith working against Hilly. He's going to take it inside. No call on that. Smith not happy at all. Kerfoot coming in. He gets the roll at the buzzer.
He came out to play tonight, Tom.
He sure did. He sure did. Some good defense turned into some good offense there. 47-39 your score, and we're going to just keep it right here. Jared, 1 quarter to go, and the momentum seems to be swinging toward Elk Rapids for sure.
Yeah, you know, that last little bit, you know, basketball is a game of runs, and there really hadn't been many runs, or if there was, about 4 or 5 points, and the other team would storm right back. With this, as you mentioned, largely the night at 6, now up to 8. It's definitely favoring the Elks, but the thing is that the Chiefs have had a couple things not go their way in that stretch of that run. Just a couple bad passes, a potential no call if you ask Gavin Smith. So I think they're going to be fired up. And, you know, they're a product of their coach, Jason Friday. He is a ball of lightning. You'll hear him from something. You might even hear him from here. He is very animated. He's very into these games and gets these boys going.
All right, well, 4th quarter coming up. It's do or die time now. And just a quick shout out, though, from the YouTube chat line. Gaylord St. Mary Athletics, what a game watching from St. Mary. So we appreciate our Snowbirds tuning in. And, of course, plenty of basketball action coming up on Next Level Broadcasting for them. Got a girls game in Mansalona on Thursday night. And, of course, that team, holy smokes, you want to talk about an incredible group of athletes and well-coached. Yeah. Pat Schultz doing a tremendous job with those St. Mary Snowbirds. That's one you want to catch on Next Level Broadcasting Thursday night. Moore not able to get the roll on that one. They're going to call a foul, though. That's going to be on Hilly. Hilly's first foul tonight. Carson Kiefer working against Flutie. Flutie's got those quick hands and feet. Kiefer, though, falling in short, and that one's going to stay with Cheboygan as his last touch by Flutie.
Yeah, and even in these first, 26 seconds, there's been a couple breaks that have gone that way. Jake Moore's shot rimmed out. They get the foul. Now it goes off on Elk Rapids. You got to take advantage if you're the Chiefs.
Ekdahl back out for the Cheboygan team. Working against Flutie. Gone with it now. Picks up Flutie on the switch. Working it inside. Nice little shot over Flutie there to get it back within 6. Elk Rapids got a bit of a lead here, but no lead is completely safe. More cuts. Flutie was looking for him. They'll reset. Plum goes inside to Hilly, but that one's going to be knocked away. Smith now inside, finds Schley. Beautiful dish and nice off the glass. That's what you're looking for if you're Cheboygan. Back within 4 points now.
Smith in his bag on that one.
Flutie with it. Kerfoot cuts. He's got more at the top. Over to Plum. Moore, top. Down to Flutie on that near wing. Initially thought he was going to try and get Plum cutting across the top, but he goes over to Kerfoot there. He's got Gone on him. Ekdahl's got Plum. 6:17 on the clock here. Elk Rapids not in a big hurry. They're going to be selective with their shot, and that's a key. They find more on the inside. Schley's going to pick up the foul. For the most part, he had his hands straight up, but he kept his feet moving, the body creating some contact there, and in the act of shooting, so Moore going to get a chance to shoot a couple here.
Yeah, and Moore can be a hit or miss guy. He's either on or off, so Chiefs hoping he's off tonight.
That one's going to go off the heel. One more here. Stanfest and Schlicker both checking in. Plum and Flutie taking a seat. No subs for Cheboygan. They're going to stick with the 5 they've got on the floor. Carson Kiefer, Smith, Gahn, Ekdahl, and Schley. Moore hits that second one. 48-43, 5-point ball game here. Carson Kiefer bringing it across for the Chiefs. Switches up with Ekdahl. Finds Smith in the corner. Smith trying to work on Hilly. He's going to get it inside. Schlicker right there for him, though. Block that one, and Stanfest pushing the pace. Hilly going to take one from 3, and they're going to hit the foul. Shot was already away. I don't know, Jared.
Yeah. Well, you know, that Michigan State had that one 3-pointer that may or may not have been a foul.
Yeah.
So, you know, it happens at all levels.
It's one of those close ones, man. But, yeah.
Yeah.
Andrew Kiefer getting ready to check in for Cheboygan. Hilly hits that second one. Get one more opportunity. Ekdahl going to be checking out. Andrew Kiefer checking in. So we've got the twins out there. And that's third one, rather, going to miss. Andrew Kiefer controls the boards. Hands it over to Carson. Back to Andrew. Gone over to Smith. Back to Carson Kiefer. He's got Stanfest. Finds Smith inside. He's just going to put a little touch on that one and drop it in. 4-point lead again for Elk Rapids. 5:22 to go here. Stanfest. And we got a timeout, Elk Rapids. And Jared, that's probably a good timeout right there.
Yeah, you got to make sure that these boys are all thinking the same way. You've got 5:18. You're up 2 possessions. Not really going to get any closer than this. This is the biggest game they've played all year. Means the most. Got to win.
Yeah, I tell you what, Cheboygan, lots of hustle. Just, I don't know, a couple of calls I'm not really feeling too well here.
Yeah, after a pretty good first half of officiating, there's definitely been some questionable calls that have definitely gone the Elks' way more often than not.
It certainly hasn't gone Gavin Smith's way. It seems like he's sort of been at the center of both of those.
Yeah, I think he'd have something to say if we gave him a little postgame.
Well, and Madison Smith has got plenty to say on the chat line as well. So probably some relation there with Gavin. I'll tell you what, you can be proud of that young man. He is all hustle and just, looking for him to get some open looks and get him shooting the ball. And that's something we haven't seen from the Chiefs in a little bit here is that perimeter shooting. Stanfest with it now. Gone, watching him. Smith on Hilly. Schlicker, Kerfoot. Back to Hilly. Try to get it inside. They find Moore. Schlicker from the top of the key. Back to Moore. Some good ball movement here from Elk Rapids. Eating up a lot of time. Hilly taking it inside. Goes back out to Kerfoot. Open look from him, and he hits that three-pointer. 52-45, your score here. Cheboygan wasting no time. Gone. Finds Kiefer. Kiefer taking it inside. Finds Smith, open look from the corner, and he hits it. 3-point shot. That's what we were looking for Cheboygan.
Ice in his veins, the moment not too big for that young man.
That guy. So Madison is the big sister. Little brother maybe in height and age, but boy, I tell you what, he comes up big in the big moments. Elk Rapids now, Hilly. Into Jake Moore, over to Schlicker, Kerfoot now. He's got Carson Kiefer on him. Stanfest with Gahn. Gahn's got some of the quickest feet in the conference. Schlicker to Kerfoot, back to Hilly. Just chewing up time here. Schlicker took a look. He's going to try and take it inside, and they are going to absolutely mug him on the way in. And I'll tell you what, that's a good foul. Don't give him the lane.
No. That's one of the first fouls you can probably say. You know what?
Yeah.
They're not going to be upset about that call.
Not at all. Schley, that's his second foul. He really could have gone any one of two guys there on that one. Schley and looked like it was Carson Kiefer in there too on the other side, and both of them got a piece.
And if you're going to foul a shooter, definitely Schlicker is going to be the lowest guy that free throw percentage on the floor.
Yeah, both of those are going to come off the heel. So Cheboygan now trailing by 4 with possession. Smith with another 3 from that near wing, and that one's going to go off the front of the iron. Stanfest with it now. Elk Rapids with 3 minutes and only a 4-point lead here. And I'll tell you what, against any other team, you might feel pretty good. Hilly now from 3, and he hits it.
Hilly's having himself a game. One of the best games I've seen from number 11 in the Elks.
And we saw him start tonight, and probably for good reason. And Cheboygan going to take a timeout. Your score with 2:47 to go in the ball game, 55-48. So Elk Rapids on the big 3-pointer from Hilly, able to get some distance.
Yeah, and Gavin Smith took that 3 quickly into that Cheboygan Chiefs possession, which I think was smart. He had enough room for him to shoot it. He shot it. Didn't go his way. He's pretty much made everything. So, bound to miss 1 or 2 here. And Hilly didn't even get a lot of minutes on the bench to start the season. And now starting and making big shots, and probably the biggest game he's played in.
Biggest one that I've seen. Yeah, he's been absolutely clutch and doing a great job on the defensive side of things as well. So they're going to need him to continue that. And if you're Cheboygan, I think you got to continue to try and work that perimeter, find those open shots. Smith has been your hot shooter. Gone doing a great job on the inside too. Those floaters, if he can get just a little bit of space, he's doing really well inside the paint, down low for a guy that's given up probably about 8 inches on some of these guys. You got Schlicker out there with Stanfest, so some height along with Moore. So they've got a pretty good sized lineup out there right now. Kerfoot, another big time rebounder from the guard position. Andrew Kiefer trying to get it into Schley. He does. They find Smith on that far wing, working against Stanfest. Schlicker comes over to help out. They dish it to Andrew Kiefer. He's got more on him. Smith, open look from the far side, and he hits it. That dude is absolute money out there. 55-51, the Chiefs back within 4. Stanfest, they're going to get a foul called. That's Gone, going to pick that one up.
And they do want to be careful. That is 4. With 2:23 left. In Elk Rapids, second half, they haven't been as good from the free throw line, but in general, a good free throw shooting team.
So Schley and Schlicker way out here, and Schley's going to pick up another one.
Oh, and that's going to send Schlicker to the line, which, again, all things considered, actually might benefit Cheboygan. Can only guarantee 2 points here. No more time off the clock, and a guy who's maybe a 50% shooter.
That's third foul for Schley out there. And this is one of those situations, this is what we kind of talked about going back to early season tournament. And it takes me back to a Pistons team when they had Andrew Drummond on the lineup, absolutely strong forward, and Schlicker hits that one, but that was kind of the issue that they ran into. You got to make those free throws. They're going to send you to the line. You got to take those points.
Yeah, in this game especially, every point truly matters.
But I'll tell you what, he's been big time in the paint. Defensively is Gone. One of those rare misses. He tries to go off the glass, and the Elks coming back with it. 2 minutes. Gone working against Stanfest, and he got it poked away nearly. They find Hilly. Schlicker with it now. Cheboygan taking away some time and space, and Schley going to get called on the reach. That's number 4 for him.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if those are almost intentional fouls, but I don't know why Schley would be the one doing those if that is the case.
Yeah, not sure, and looks like I don't see anybody getting ready to come out on the Cheboygan side, and that one's going to go off the heel. 5-point lead for Elk Rapids and 1:51 to go here. I mean, it's really a 2-possession game right now, and, Smith, the way he's been shooting, they can get that gap. Hilly with a big-time takeaway. Schley was looking to get it over to Smith and not able to do it. More with the putback. 7-point lead, 139. So just like that, we got a 2-position game. Gone with a beautiful move off the front of the iron. And we're going to get a foul on Hilly. And that'll stop the clock at 131. Second team foul for Elk Rapids.
Tom, Gone has been playing great too, but I feel like at this point in the game, Gavin Smith's got to touch the ball at least once in every possession.
Yeah, for sure. Schlicker going to go ahead and take a seat. Flutie is back out there. Here's Smith going to take it to the hole, and they're going to get a foul. We'll see where they call that one.
Well, I think he's finally going to get that shooting foul that he wanted earlier in the game.
Yeah, they'll call that on Kerfoot. 3 for him. So 127 here. Smith going to shoot a couple. Rare miss for him.
Yeah, some of those threes he's hit are a lot harder than than these free throws.
I just rushed the shot a little bit. There you go. A little more finesse on that one. Took his time. More mechanical, methodical. Carson Kiefer going to go ahead and foul Kerfoot and put him on the line. 6-point lead here with 125.
And Kerfoot, Stanfest, probably the two best free throw shooters for these Elks.
Well, I tell you what, a lot of action back and forth. Game not over.
No, absolutely
by
not.
any stretch. It is a 7-point lead now, which is just making it a little tougher for Cheboygan. Again, those 3-point plays can be big for you. Not able to sink them both, so here we go. It's Carson Kiefer coming down with some speed. That one poked away by Flutie. Flutie with it now. Finds Kerfoot. He's going to go a little give and go. Moore not able to get that shot off. Smith pokes that one away and coming back down the other direction. He's working against Flutie. Finds Gahn. Gahn working against Flutie. And we'll get a reach foul, or is it going to be a block foul? It's a reach, it'll be on Flutie. A block could be on Flutie. Yeah, it's Flutie with his blocking foul there. So a minute to go here, 7 points. Cheboygan with the ball. Again, I got to think you're looking for Smith. Flutie on him. Nice little dish to Schley, and he puts that one in. And we're going to get a timeout for Cheboygan. So with 57 seconds to go, we've got a 5-point ball game here. It's getting right down to it, folks. We're going to keep it right here and just remind you, if you're dreaming of sun and sand this winter, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport is your gateway from northern Michigan to all those warm weather places, and now is the perfect time to lock in spring break plans. Make sure you do it while seats are available. Book today at tvcairport.com. And hey, listen, if you need to level up your business or event, Sky Media 45 has got you covered. They offer high-impact photography, video, and drone mapping and inspection services. From aerials to the final edit, they're ready to fly for you. Visit skymedia45.com. Full timeout here on this one, and I don't know, name of the game. What? Got to hit a three.
And more than importantly, you got to play good defense.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, if Coach Friday's telling them foul whoever you think is going to miss the most, or if they're saying, you know what, lock up, make a mental error, get that ball back as quickly as possible because they need points.
So Flutie going to inbound it for Elk Rapids. Cheboygan hit that 2-point play there from Schley. They find Kerfoot, and he's going to get fouled. No, they're not going to call that or that. And now we've got a scrum. And let's just hope that Stanfest is all right. They were both kind of going for the ball there. I'm actually surprised they didn't call the inbound pass from right there. And
yeah, there was a lot of contact on a lot of those, but ended up getting called eventually.
51.9 here. Stanfest looking to extend that lead. And he does.
And this is really the major free throw to make this a 3-possession lead for the Elks.
Well, and Stanfest, the guy you want shooting the free throws, too, if you're in this situation. And he hits that second one.
That's a big make.
Big time. So 50 seconds on the clock. They find Smith. Flutie's on him. Smith inside to Schley. Schley going to work against Moore, and he gets that one off the glass. Timeout, Cheboygan.
Well, that's a good quick bucket.
41 seconds now on the clock, and a 7-point ball game here. So we're back to we're back to 3 possessions, really?
Well, yeah, they're really getting to the point where they need a stop, because if they keep shooting these free throws 2 points, it's just going to keep doing the same thing time and time again.
Yeah.
They got to get one of these inbounds, got to get a steal, or they got to have 2 misses.
And again, I think, those if you've got Schley, you take those quick too, but again, I'm looking for Smith on the outside.
Yeah, I mean, that was an important bucket to get it to those 2 possessions, so you can get that three and you're not, dry out of the water.
Well, this is where the quick hands, quick feet for the Chiefs come in handy. Flutie finds Hilly, and there's going to be a quick foul there. Should be Smith picking that one up. So Hilly going to head to the line. 39.8.
And Hilly can be a good free throw shooter. He's been having himself quite the game. Definitely his best game of the season I've seen. But from the free throw line, can be a bit streaky. So not the worst guy to see for the Chiefs.
Yeah, he's had a couple of big threes, and more importantly, defensively, he's been pretty good as that first one goes off the front of the iron.
And that's a big miss because now two threes will tie the game. Assuming he makes this one.
And he does. Andrew to Carson Kiefer. They find Schley. Over to Gahn. They're looking for Smith. Carson Kiefer back to Schley. He's not the guy to shoot that three. Carson was looking for a foul there. That one's going to be knocked out of bounds, though. Last touch by Elk Rapids. And, boy, we have got to get an open look here if you're Cheboygan.
Well, yeah, they had Gavin Smith had enough range to just throw that up.
And they'll take the quick two from Schley and another timeout with 21 seconds to go. So we're down to a 4-point game here. Cheboygan gets it back. I mean, really, the way Elk Rapids has been working that perimeter, it's really a two-possession game for Cheboygan.
Yeah, and that last possession, again, Gavin Smith didn't touch the ball once. He's standing there. He had enough room to shoot. Also, I don't know if they've heard of off-ball screens, but that's something they might want to start running for him. They got to get that young man open. He's the only one that's hit from a distance. He's hit a lot of tough ones from a distance, and you need a shot from distance.
Interesting here. Ekdahl going to be checking in for this final stretch.
Well, he can also shoot the three ball.
For Cheboygan, yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely right. So Cheboygan maybe going to give themselves an opportunity for just one more option from three. Andrew Kiefer, a good shooter, but we don't see him shoot from the outside a whole lot.
No, he's got that post and mid. But Ekdahl and Smith are definitely the so-called snipers on their squad.
So Ekdahl's going to match up with Jake Moore and look for him to get right back in the mix, too, if Cheboygan's able to get the ball. Flutie throws that a mile over to Jake Moore. He's going to put it off the glass, and good with 16 seconds. Gone with it now, pushing it up the floor, 12 seconds. You don't have time for a lot of passing. Andrew Kiefer missed that one. They're going to foul with 3.2 seconds, and there's Plum going to go to the line. And Flutie with a great almost three-quarter court pass from the end line, and that set up a mismatch right away. And Moore able to put that one in, and so here comes Plum. And this game, for all intents and purposes, is done. 6 points in 3.2.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, it's essentially done. 3 possessions will really just put the nail in the coffin.
So Plum frustrated, missed that first one in and out. Smith and Schley coming back out. Plum makes the second one, 65-58. There's Smith from three-quarter court. And that one's going to fall harmlessly to the floor. So your final score after an exciting ball game, Elk Rapids able to hold serve at home, 65-58. Cheboygan looking to try and make up some space. They're going to have a really tall hill to climb if they're going to get back to the top of the conference. Elk Rapids remains undefeated. We'll take a look at some post-game thoughts. The Bingham Insurance post-game show going to come up next right here on Next Level Broadcasting. Keep it here.
life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws,
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
and of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, auto owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
All right, welcome to the Bingham Insurance postgame show. Tom Clemenson along with Jared Stamen, and appreciate all of you tuning in for this super matchup here for the Northern Shores Conference. Cheboygan coming into town, and man, they made a game of it for sure. Elk Rapids, though, hangs on for the win. And Jared, any thoughts on this one? I mean, we saw just a ton of action.
Yeah, coming up here, down here to Elk Rapids is no easy task for any team, especially when they knew what was on the line. Northern Shores, as we've mentioned throughout this game, and they came into play. They really did. We've been talking his name all day, but Gavin Smith had himself a lights-out game. Near the end, you know, not a coach, don't understand some of the decisions that were made, but, you know, that's why I'm not a coach. I'm up here broadcasting. But besides that, you got Tanfest had an elite game.
Yeah.
Really great in the post, made a ton of contested shots. Good free throw percentage for the most part. Near the end, you know, a lot of numbers, so got a little wonky. But for the most part, clutch when it mattered. And it was just a whole team effort. Hilly played his best game of the season.
Yeah.
Just a lot of great basketball tonight from both sides.
Some good bench minutes, too, from Horesco. Nice to see him back after being dinged up. And, yeah, we talked about Smith, but I'll tell you, one of the other guys that made a huge impact on the Elk Rapids side anyway was Schlicker. And didn't see him a lot on the score sheet, but the plays that he made defensively and offensively with some of those rebounds were just absolutely huge. And, you know, taking one of Cheboygan's better players in Schley and really making it a rough night, you know, for him to get much done scoring-wise. And, well, I mean, that's just kind of the name of the game when you're playing for a conference championship. And that's, well, I mean, it's matchups.
Yeah.
So that is going to do it for us. Appreciate all of you watching, and definitely appreciate all the folks that chimed in on the YouTube chat room, especially for those folks from Cheboygan who couldn't make the trip over to Elk Rapids and watching from home. Yoga with Chris, we appreciate you. Mary, we appreciate you, and we appreciate all of you who took some time to watch the broadcast today. And for all of us at Next Level Broadcasting, appreciate you, and we'll see you next time right here on Next Level Broadcasting.